Len Wardroff. He died in an airplane crash. He and I were buddies. What really pissed me off, we both wanted to go in the Air Force, and first thing they gave me was those dots, those figurine dots. Can you name them what numbers those are?
Right.
So I couldn't. I flunked out. That was the very first thing I was going. He made it. He got his pilot, and we corresponded. He came back to Detroit. He lives in Detroit. Came back once, twice to visit his wife in Detroit, and he got shot down over the Philippines.
Oh, jeez.
God, yeah.
And you went into the Army.
Yeah.
Now, you were working at the munitions plant at that time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think that, what happened to me and what happened to him the Air Force. He loved it, though. He was a pilot. We correspond sometimes. He sent pictures of me, and God, I tell you, it was. We used to. Actually, we worked together in Detroit. We were observing all the ammunition plants in Detroit, Michigan, the whole state, and we go in and check and see what everything's going on. He was actually my supervisor, but we were together all the time, and we making plans that we'd be at a certain place on the weekends, and that's where we go. We'd have our clothes with it, and so on the weekend we knew where we were going to go. And Rudy Chop was his name, Rudy Chop. Yeah, God almighty, Rudy. And we corresponded, and one day I got deceased. Oh, shit. That killed me. So I went up to find his wife in Detroit, and of course she knew about it and so forth. Oh, God. It's terrible. Terrible.
So since you were in a government job handling munitions,
right.
That's why when you went into the Army, they gave you ammo.
Well, the thing is, they wanted me to defer if I wanted to, or they were going to put me in the ordnance companies. In fact, one of the things they said you were going to do, defuse bombs. Go out in the field, a bomb, and then explode. You go out there and defuse it. I wasn't too happy about that. And anyhow, I thought, oh, God, I'll sign up for the infantry. And I did. But a couple other guys in our group went about in about the same time. And I know I forgot one guy. He was in there diffusing bombs.
Wow.
Oh, I couldn't figure that out.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Ed something. I don't know his last name.
What year did you enlist? Do you remember?
Tell me that again.
What year did you enlist?
Oh, well, let's see. Well, you got the date, John.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out.
43?
Had to be in the early 40s, I think. Yeah. And they had a little party for me. The people in that ordnance division where I worked before I got in the service, and they all wished me well and so forth. What really pissed me off to begin with, Rudy and I I was recruited from Ohio, but somehow I was going on a train up in Detroit, and so was Rudy. And we were at the train station, and all the families and so forth saying, "Don't worry, you'll see them before they leave." Son of a bitch, that never happened. They put us on the train without saying goodbye.
Oh,
well, everybody pissed. Oh, Jesus. You could not say goodbye to your family. They were waiting at the train station to see us off. Oh, God.
That's awful.
Oh, and then another beauty part about we were heading on the train going south. People were speculating what outfit are we going to be. A lot of them said, "Oh, we're going to the Air Force. We're going to the Air Force." We wound up in Mississippi, and we saw infantry. You're in the infantry. Everybody died. Can you imagine?
Oh,
You're
geez.
thinking we're going to the airport, but in the infantry. And especially when they didn't let us say goodbye to our families. Oh, God, I was so mad. Oh, gee. And then the funny part of it was we were in the company area. I don't know how many were in the company area, maybe 100 or more. And we got a case of spinal meningitis.
Oh.
There was a movie theater right across the street from where we were. Nobody could leave the company area for a couple of weeks, I think it was. Nobody could leave because they were afraid somebody else would get it.
Right.
But that's what happened. You got spinal meningitis. I don't know if the guy ever made it or not, but that was another thing. God Almighty, there was a movie house right across the street, and we couldn't go. Because, basic training, we were there for, maybe 8-10 weeks.
6 weeks or so. Longer than 6 weeks? So did you go right into the 87th when you got there?
Yeah. We were in that division, yeah.
Yep.
They were looking for, cannon fodder. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were in infantry, and then we were assigned to the 346th Infantry Division, 87th. Yeah, Jesus. People were all upset about that. And a lot of them didn't make it, with the Battle of the Bulge. Jesus, we lost over 100 guys. I got through it all right, lucky. But boy, oh boy, terrible. And the funny part about it, we were in a campaign in the southern part of India. What the hell was the name of the town? And we were campaigning in there, and then the Battle of the Bulge came up, so they put us all in big trucks to drive up to Bastogne, where the fighting was going on. We were in that truck all night long till we get to where the fighting was, and that's how we got engaged in the Battle of the Bulge and the Bastogne and so forth. That was it. And we were freezing on that truck, open air. What do they call those big open air trucks?
Right.
Yeah.
Big deuce and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that Luger that you gave me, where were you at when you got that?
What I got? What?
The Luger that you gave me?
Yeah.
The gun. Where were you when you got that? What town were you in?
Oh, what town? Jesus. It's probably in that Bastogne area. I can't recall right now offhand, but that's where it came from, I think.
That's where you guys. That's where you got all those officers. Took all those officers prisoner.
Right. Yeah. That's right, and that's where I got the Luger you're wearing.
Right.
Yeah, son of a bitch, he was an officer, and I come up to him, I said, we couldn't speak, and I want that. And he said, no. I said, give me that son of a bitch. And I took it away from him, and there was no resistance then. That was the treasure I wanted,
Yep.
something like that. And I'm glad you have it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you say you fired it already?
Oh yeah, it's like brand new. Works great.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it's a great gun. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think it's dated 1934, and yeah, it works as good as it did the day it was made.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. Bastard. He gave up. He was an officer. He gave up, and I approached him. I was just a sergeant. I approached him. I said, I want that. And he said, no, 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 no. I said, give me that son of a bitch, and I cocked my thing. And he handed it to me.
That's funny. That's funny. Did you get any other guns while you were there?
Yeah, yeah.
What other guns did you get while you were there?
Tell me that again.
What other guns did you get while you were there?
Oh,
Any
other
others?
guns. Oh, I used to fire a carbine.
Did you bring any others home though?
I could have brought Hitler back home. No kidding.
Really?
We had, those big garbage bags,
Uh-huh.
canvas garbage bags.
Right.
Anything you wanted, you could have put in there, and nobody checked them. I said you could have taken. Lots of guys took weapons, China, all kinds of valuable things in that barracks bag. It was never examined. We landed in Indiana. What town is that in Indiana? A landing area in Indiana. That's where we landed, and everybody had that barracks bag, and they took them home. No inspection, no nothing. They took them home.
Wow.
Wasn't that something?
How many guns did you bring home?
Well, I think I brought 3, the Luger, and I gave 2 to my wife's father.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm trying to think of what I was going to say.
That's an interesting story. And then you were at Buchenau, huh?
Buchenwald, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We rescued those people from Buchenwald.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, what a sad situation that was when you see those people near death, almost like me, skin and bones, trying to walk and so forth. Oh, those fucking Germans! Oh, there so many dead bodies, and they had ovens there where they were burning some of those before we got there. And when we got there, well, we cleaned that up, did everything we could. But there were so many, in bad shape, so many in bad shape. Because they never fed them, Oh, God.
Saved a lot of people that day.
Right, exactly. Jeez.
A lot of people.
We did. Yeah. Yeah.
It was an awful time in our history, that's for sure.
Oh, right. That's absolutely true. Yeah. Yeah.
You should try to get some rest.